We are vengeance.
And what makes us sincerely is brain, double entendre.
The hustle.
Inspiration.
Stand true.
That was perfect.
Yo, welcome to Sincerely Ritchurd, another episode. Welcome. We have here, Vengeance was cracking, y'all.
What's good?
How y'all feeling? Appreciate y'all sliding through.
Now, I want y'all to introduce yourselves to the people real quick one time.
My name is Ron Lynch. You can catch me at Christos YLTC, all capital on social media, all social media.
And then I'm Marley76, 2 Ys, all social media. 21, go to U of I, industrial design, shit, just chasing dreams.
Respect, you a vibe gang.
So I think that kind of leads us into a great first question. You guys just told us about yourselves, but how did you guys get together? You know, how did you start the brand Vengeance?
I always said I didn't want a clothing line, but then like he already had one with some of his other homies, and then George, who we started the brand with too, he been like my brother since the beginning. And we kind of just was like, man, we all into the same stuff, like why not just start manifesting? And from there, the ball actually just started rolling super quick.
So when did y'all start? Like, what was like the start and the founding date of Vengeance?
The crazy thing is the actual start, like we've been plotting on it for a minute. The actual start was like 5 months ago.
Okay.
We already got hella growth.
March.
So
I think he had the idea for it already. And then like I'll say we had like 2 pieces, like real like 2 shirts on some like real early samples. And then around March we just was like let's just like show people what we working on.
True.
how'd you guys come up with the name Vengeance?
Yeah, one of my favorite movies was Pulp Fiction, and Samuel L. Jackson's character in it, he was Jules Winfield, and that's the guy that like you would see walking around, bite on a nigga burger, drink his drink, and then he would recite Ezekiel 25:17. That's when like I really heard him say vengeance twice, and it just always just stuck in me, like it just would ring back and forth in my head. I'm like, vengeance, like we gotta do something with that shit. And then like going on forward, just with starting this, I was like, yeah, that's the perfect name, Vengeance.
Being said, how's fashion helped you guys express yourselves? How have your designs helped you express yourself?
Man, it's just really it's just like a supreme outlet for really just living everyday life. You go through stuff, little things every day you might not even pay attention to, or you'll go through big things that are just have some type of impact on you. So like the little things you might not even know that it's impacting you, but it's still coming out within this art that I'm creating. And then the big things obviously come out as well. And that's basically what the impact has with like me with creating. It's just like really just like free form, just letting everything out, like, oh, this shit really dope. I'm finna do this, and this. Or like, oh, something might randomly pop in my head just from a certain thought process, and then I'm like, oh man, I gotta link with blah 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 because I know he know how to do this, and then we're gonna do this, and this specifically. I just let my mind run, and then that's just how it goes.
Got anything you want to add?
Oh, shoot. I'll just add and basically say fashion, and I do music too, and I think like all forms of art do the same thing for me. Like the coolest thing about it, I just want to say is when we come up with these ideas, it's like it's real cool to see like when you come up with something that you think is a great idea, and then like the clothes especially, you able to like put that idea out there as something physical, and then like you gonna directly see how many people also agree with that idea, and that's like the best feeling. Like you make a piece, then that piece doing numbers, and you like, yeah, like we wasn't tweaking when we thought about that. Like so you can express yourself, and then like you connect. I really connect with people through clothes. Like even you see somebody and you like, man, that fit fire. I know that we would get along. I don't even really need to know nothing else. Like I'm really almost like that. So
That's kind of what brought us.
Yeah, like real life.
Keep y'all doing what y'all gotta do.
Yeah.
So.
Had every shot one time.
For real.
Cool people dress great.
For real.
Trademark.
So just running back to y'all clothes real quick, like let's get some nitty gritty going. So y'all design for fashion, y'all design for men and for women, right? I see some clothes for females as well as guys and whatnot.
Yes, sir. Yes,
How have
sir.
y'all been able to kind of distinguish and kind of have that gap between men and women fashion? How has that been for a challenge?
I mean, I bet. So what I would say the differentiation is basically just the silhouettes. Like the men's clothes is really unisex. It just depends on how you dress. So like women find themselves buying like clothes that are supposed to be for men or whatever. And then like when we're doing some like women's stuff, we're thinking about women that actually like really take that serious. Like, oh, like I want to have this part of my body showing. I want these curves to be accentuated. I want my stomach to be showing. So then that's basically the differentiation. Like we just think about the different silhouettes between different men and women. And it doesn't mean like that all women dress the same. It's just those women who want to show off that we like are pleased to them. You feel me?
True that.
Yeah, I'd say all the men stuff, like he said, is unisex for sure. But we've been having a lot of fun with the women's clothing, just because I think women's wear in general like is killing men's wear just in fashion. Period. Like women they broke out the box a long time ago in terms of like what's normal or whatever. So they just ahead. But like we had most of our success with our women's pieces, believe it or not. Like we came out with some swimsuits, the crop tops, like. We got a lot of support from the female shoppers, so that was like love to see.
Love to the ladies.
And then, like you said, like any men's piece, we gonna really design it with the thought that it's gonna be unisex in the end. I enjoy both just as much. I mean, honestly though, I enjoy making all type of pieces. It's like whatever mode I'm in, I'm just gonna probably choose which way. But we try to make stuff for both. In all collections and all seasons, you know what I'm saying? We don't want to just single nobody out. Yeah.
Y'all started back in March. You had your guys. Like, what would be the biggest piece of inspiration or thing that you would tell someone to kind of get started? Like, how would you advise them to get started?
Since we started the clothing line ourselves, I get a lot of questions like, man, I want to start. How can I do that? And sometimes it throws me because I'll be like, man, I don't even feel like I'm in a position yet. For people to be coming to me, so it's like it's humbling at the same time. But like I just tell people, you gotta research before you start. So like a lot of people will be asking questions that like just throw that joint in Google for real, and then like from there you're gonna find a lot. So research and prepare properly. Like plan ahead. You really want to plan ahead because it's gonna be easy to get behind. So when you research, plan ahead, and then just have a plan and really stick to it. Like when you do a fashion line, you're gonna get a lot of outside influences, and that can ruin stuff. So just like once you decide that's what you're gonna do, I would say just stick to it.
Yeah,
True that.
Yeah, the only thing I would piggyback off that would to be like just to basically expand on just keeping it going. Like a lot of people have a problem of just getting discouraged and feeling like just because you took some L's or whatever like that, it's just over for you. Like, I just want to let people really know, like, that really don't matter. It's really all in your mind, your mindset that you're willing to have with it. Like, you can really take these L's as, like, a blessing and really learn from them, or you can, like, really take these L's and just give up. Like, it's just basically, like, what do you really want to do? Like, do you have that heart to keep it going, or do you just want to just say, I quit and like I want to do blah 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 because this might be a little easier and I won't get disappointed as much. Like, forget the disappointment. Just if you got that drive for it, like you love it, just keep going. Like you gonna get better. The products is gonna get better and all that. Just keep going. That's my only advice.
In the fashion game, has anything hindered y'all so far?
Hindered. Okay, so. Funds are important. Funds are very important because the ideas are there. Like the ideas are there, and then the resources even are getting there. They really get in there. We need some dope manufacturers that we can get in contact with, but you know, like money will hinder you from being able to proceed. And like to be honest, there's been times where ideas have come, we weren't able to make it happen, then we see another brand
Doing it.
just doing it and they taking off with it. Like things go that quick. So that'll be a hindrance. And then other people of influence who may have something to say about your brand can hinder you too. And I say that because like, okay, as soon as we came out with the first collection, we sent some stuff to the people over at No Jumper, and like they kind of like was going in, and you know they videos getting hundreds of thousands, like. But honestly, they didn't really do no harm. We actually had some people hit us up saying they saw our clothes on there, but like things like that could hinder you too if you let them. That's why I want to bring that one up, because like people would be like, damn, I kind of look up to them, or like I thought those was cool people, but they not rocking with the brand. Like now it's changing my thought on it, but you know, of course we didn't let it do that. So things like that will hinder you too, like other people if you let them. And then like financially, you just gotta make sure you're secure in the bag to do what you gotta do.
Facts. And then the only thing I will really add to that basically is just like people like on a softer note, like if you are like my friend, or like if I really don't even know you and you're asking for something like for free, like okay, like I get where that's coming from. Like you just think it's hot, and like you may think like you doing something where like, yeah, like I should get this for free, blah blah blah. But like that just really just does not help. It just hinders the brand. Best believe like we will find you. Like we just want you to just, you feel me, rock some free shit. But like I don't really like rock with that. It's still all love because they like the brand and they like the product, or they wouldn't be asking for it.
I feel that. So that leads me to talk about this real quick. So how would y'all define y'all brand? Like give me like a few words that just strictly defines Edge as a whole. I know it's tough, I know.
No, it's not that bad. You want to go first? Or you want to
Yeah, I'll say we can like go back and forth. I know one word I just wanted to say up front was style. And I say that because like fashion is what you wear, style is how you wear it. And I feel like that's something that really resonates with all of us that founded this brand. It's like we don't gotta follow trends. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say we setting trends. It's just like we doing us regardless of what's cool. So Vengeance is like, if something is in style and you expecting, like you will see a lot of brands, I don't gotta name none, but like whatever's hot, they gonna do their own interpretation of that. I'm gonna say style because we'll probably be completely off that tangent, just doing what we feel like we came up with that idea at that time. That's like a staple of the brand.
Exactly. And then what I gotta say is really like, you know, I fuck with y'all. Thank you sincerely for inviting us here, but like I really gotta talk to the people right now. Like my like real interpretation on Vengeance plus what he said is basically like Vengeance just really represents like anybody, like if you feel like you got counted out with any situation, or like you got left behind, or motherfuckers didn't want to give you a chance. Sorry for my English. If people didn't want to give you a chance, like you're going to get it. Like okay, like it's easy to just quit and say like nobody want to give me a chance, blah blah blah. I'm gonna be sad. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that no more, and then to just lose motivation. But what Vengeance is about is like, nah, we got that fire in us. Like we gonna go get it regardless of how you feel. We gotta get it. Basically.
Talk that talk, bro.
For real. DestroyTheMall.com, they be going nuts.
Yeah, you already know.